Finding a rental apartment here in Australia is no less than trying to find a job. It's competitive and the struggle is real. And in the time to come, you'll get to know why. Thank you for coming to Aussie Darshan. The process of finding an apartment here is very different from what we have in India. In this video, I'll share a complete guide on how you can find an apartment when you move here. And towards the end of the video, I'll also share some tips and tricks on how you can find your place quicker. In India, the process generally starts with you visiting the property dealers' shops. You share your housing preferences and budget with them, and then they try to match your needs with the properties that they have access to. Here, everything is online. You can access all the properties for buying, selling, or renting with just a few taps. Download real estate and domain apps. Search for the locations you're interested in. Apply other filters such as bedrooms, bathrooms, parking space according to your preferences. The apps will then display the available properties based on your search criteria. You can check the house pictures and other details on the apps itself. In India, your property dealers attend to you personally and show you around a couple of properties that they think you would like. In Australia, the process is more organized and streamlined. Most properties have scheduled inspection times where many people flock in to check them out at once. To ensure you get a chance to see the property, you need to express your interest and book a viewing on the apps itself. For example, I like this apartment on real estate, so I click on register for inspection. It shows me the date and times of inspection. These inspection slots are usually brief, around 15 minutes. I select my preferred time and register for it. So on this date and at this time, I can visit the address to view the apartment. Now on this apartment ad, I was easily able to view the inspection times straight away. But sometimes the inspection times are not yet finalized, so you click on request an inspection to express your interest and request for the next available inspection times. Once the brokers or property managers finalize the schedule, they will email you the date and time for the next inspection. If you have any additional questions beyond the information that is available on the app, you can click on the inquire button to send your questions directly to the broker. Brokers usually respond within 1 to 2 business days as they are quite prompt. Firstly, make sure you arrive on time for your scheduled inspection. If the listing says that the inspection time is from 5 to 5:15 p.m., be punctual because they stick to these timelines. Once the inspection period ends, you won't be able to view the apartment as the agents are very punctual and won't extend the inspection time. And when you arrive for your inspection, be prepared for a crowd. It's not unusual to find 20 to 30 other potential tenants looking at the same apartment. The rental market here is crazily competitive and multiple people are often vying for the same apartment. Believe me, when I was inspecting properties, it felt no less than a job interview where numerous candidates were competing for a single position. Once you're inside the apartment, take your time to explore the space. The broker will also be there. You can ask any questions if you have. However, a word of caution. Try avoiding basic questions, and especially the ones which are already mentioned on the app, as they do not appreciate you wasting their time and bothering them with repetitive questions which they've already addressed on the app. If after the inspection you decide that the property isn't for you, there's nothing more for you to do. However, if you like the property, you'll need to apply either through domain or real estate apps, or if the broker provides you with an online form during the inspection, you have to apply via that. But the common practice is to apply via the real estate or domain app. I'll explain the process of applying via real estate app because that's the app that worked for me and I highly recommend it. But before submitting your application for a rental property on the real estate app, you first need to ensure that you have your rental profile updated. This is exactly like your job profile that you create on probably LinkedIn or Naukri or Indeed.com. This is a one-time setup and doesn't need to be repeated for each application that you send. Complete all the sections of the rental profile. First section asks for your personal details like name, date of birth, phone number, etc. Second section is for you to write about yourself. Here you can introduce yourself, touch base on your background, what you do and what kind of property you're looking for. For example, when I was searching for an apartment when I moved here, I mentioned in my About Me section that my partner and I have recently moved to Sydney. We are IT professionals. We intend to keep the house clean and well maintained. We are looking for a 1 to 2 bedroom apartment. Third section is the address history. If you have a rental history in Australia, it will turn out in your favor as it helps the property managers or brokers to assess stability as a tenant. A consistent address or rental history indicates reliability of the tenant. If you've recently moved here or you do not have an Australian rental history, include your rental history from wherever you've stayed before moving to Australia. For example, I had mentioned my India's address history employment section. This is a very crucial section as it verifies your ability to pay the rent on time. You'll need to provide details about your employment along with your reference. For example, I provided my manager's contact information like phone and company email ID. A verification email was sent to my manager to confirm my employment status. I know this feels like a full-fledged background verification for a job, and I couldn't agree with you more. You also have to upload your income proofs, preferably your salary slips. If you haven't received your first salary in Australian dollars, you can upload whatever financial statements you have to show the broker or the landlord that you have enough money to be able to pay the rent. I uploaded my company's offer letter and also my India's bank statements to show that I do have sufficient funds in my bank account. Lastly, fill in your emergency contact details. Once this heavy duty work of updating your rental profile is done, you simply open the property you like on the real estate app. Click on apply, continue to apply with your rental profile. All the details in your rental profile will be shared with the broker or agency once you apply. Once you've submitted your rental application, you've done your part. The ball is in the broker's or landlord's court now. Here's what happens next. The broker reviews all the applications and assesses them based on the details you've provided, such as your rental history, employment details, etc. The broker consults with the landlord to make the final decision. If your application gets approved, the broker will usually give you a call within a few days to ask if you're willing to sign a lease. This video will get too long if I tell you how you sign a lease, what documents you need, and what the things are that you should be careful about. So if you would like to have a part 2 of this video, please let me know in the comments below and I would definitely film it. If you like a property, if it fits your budget and checks all the right boxes, act fast. Submit your application ASAP. As I told before, there are many people eyeing the same apartment and submitting their application for the same apartment. You need to be quick. The rental market is really competitive. The property agents normally finalize the tenants within 2 to 3 days of receiving the applications, so act fast. And my next tip will tell you how you can act quickly. Now there are mainly 2 apps for looking at properties, Domain and Real Estate. But in my experience, you should use Real Estate app. Because in real estate, you can create your rental profile, which as I explained before is a one-time thing. And then you can keep applying to various properties. You don't have to fill up a separate application form for each property you have interest in. Your same rental profile gets shared with all the property agents. This is similar to what we have on LinkedIn and Naukri. You create your job profile and then you keep applying to many jobs without having to fill a separate application for each job that you apply for. Whereas on Domain, you have to fill up a form separately each time you want to apply for a property, which honestly for me was very frustrating and a complete waste of time doing this repetitive activity of form filling. So that's why I'm telling you to show some mercy on yourself and use Real Estate. Also, normally people submit their application for a rental property only after they inspect it. But when I moved here, somebody recommended to me that you submit your application even before you go for inspection. For instance, the apartment that I'm currently staying in, I quite liked it when I was checking it online. It fitted my budget. So I submitted my application even before I went for an inspection. Then during the inspection, I introduced myself to the real estate agent and I told the agent that I've already done all the formalities of submitting a rental application and I'm really looking forward to hear back from him. This approach tells the agent that you've already done your due diligence, you've completed your prerequisites and are serious about renting the apartment. Next point is something that I'm sharing out of my own experience. When I moved here, I applied to many properties, but I did not receive any positive response, mainly because I did not have a rental history. So to secure an apartment, I ended up offering $15 more per week than the asking rental price. So if you've recently moved here or you do not have a strong foundation to show to the landlord or the agent that you are the right fit for the property, then I would recommend you offer $5 to $10 more than the actual price to secure the apartment. Please note that I'm not suggesting that you should always increase your offer. I was initially against this idea too, but when nothing was clicking, I had to offer more. After all, I didn't have a place to stay and I needed a home. Next, you can approach real estate's offices too. Many real estate agencies welcome walk-ins wherein you can discuss properties, ask questions or get assistance for your search. And how would you know the different real estate agencies that exist, you ask? The answer of your every property related question is on the Real Estate or Domain app itself. If you keep scrolling down to your property details on the app, you will see the agency name. For example, here you can see Ray White, which is one of of the most popular real estate agencies in Australia. Lastly, many people here share apartments, especially students, each living in separate rooms within the same apartment. Typically, one person holds the lease in their name and the others pay their share of rent to that person, who then pays the rent to the landlord or agent. For example, if I rent an apartment and have an extra room, I might rent that room out to somebody else. They would pay me directly, not the landlord or agent. This means my rental history builds up because my name is on the lease or rental agreement, but the other person renting the room doesn't have any legal rental record. This can be an issue for the other person if he or she decides to rent a place in his or her own name in the future, because the rental history for that person doesn't build up, which definitely helps securing a property here. So to solve this issue, you can ask to set up a sublease agreement to legally sublease a room in the apartment. Just make sure that you do this only if it's allowed by your lease and after ensuring that all necessary approvals and checks are in place. That was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to know more about the rental costs here in Australia or in general the living costs here, then please watch my previous video. Link will be in the description box. Bye.